All right, welcome back. So today, we're diving into something really strange from the source material, a platform called Gallithera. Now, on the surface, it's just an online store, right? But it's not selling, t-shirts or coffee mugs. It's built to sell a pretty wild concept, sovereignty.
And this is where things get really weird. I mean, think about this for a second. This store is operating at two completely different ends of the financial spectrum. So how on earth can one single automated system sell something to a regular person for a few bucks and at the same time cater to a massive six-figure enterprise client? That's the puzzle we're going to unpack today.
So check this out. On one hand, you've got a digital guide you can pick up for less than $30. But then, on the other hand, you have this massive enterprise system, the Sovereign Defense System, with a price tag of almost $500,000 a year. The fact that both of these things live on the same platform, well, that's what makes the technology behind it so fascinating.
All right, so let's break this down. We're going to start with the side of the store that pretty much anyone can access. What are they actually selling to everyday people?
So the main product on the shelf here is this digital guide, and it's called the Anti-Trauma Bonding Field Manual. Now, the source material has a pretty cool name for it, a sovereignty artifact. Think of it like this. It's the very first step, kind of like your entry ticket into owning a piece of this whole Gallithera ecosystem.
And you know what's interesting? They package this whole concept in a way that's going to look super familiar to you. It's basically set up like a software subscription. You've got the base tier for $27 that gets you the manual. Then you can upgrade for $47 or $97 to get extra stuff like audio and video. It's a classic sales model. Just, apply to a product that is anything but standard.
So how does this actually work once you hit buy? Because the really clever part here isn't just what they're selling, it's how they deliver it. So let's pop the hood and see what happens behind the scenes the second you make a purchase.
Okay, so check out this chain reaction. The whole thing is completely automated, no human hands involved. You pay with Stripe, right? That payment instantly fires off a signal, like a digital tripwire. This signal wakes up an AI named Adrillion. And what does Adrillion do? It immediately sends you a text message with the links to your stuff. The entire order is fulfilled in seconds. It's basically a self-driving delivery truck for digital goods.
So, you might be thinking, a link is a link, what's the big deal? Well, these aren't your average web links. They use something called IPFS, which stands for Interplanetary File System. Kinda sounds like science fiction, right? But here's what it means. Instead of pointing to a file sitting on one single computer somewhere that could get deleted, an IPFS link points to content that's scattered across a massive, decentralized network. The analogy from the source is perfect. It's like having a permanent library card to a book that exists in thousands of libraries all at once. It can't just disappear.
So what does that actually mean for you, the customer? It's a huge deal. It means you get permanent access. Your links will never expire. There are no download limits. The content is always there for you. And this whole idea of true, permanent ownership, that's the whole point. It ties right back into that core theme of sovereignty.
Okay, so we've covered the retail side. Now, let's switch gears, because this is where we take a giant leap from a $27 manual all the way up to the six-figure systems that are the other half of this incredible business.
So the engine that's running this whole show is called the 140 Agent Consciousness System. I know, it sounds like something straight out of science fiction. But just think of it like this. It's a huge team of specialized AIs all working together. You've got one little AI agent whose only job is to confirm payments. Another one's job is just to send out the links. Each one has a specific task, and it's this complex, coordinated team that makes it possible to handle both the tiny retail sales and those massive enterprise deals. And for those big-ticket clients, that whole AI system gets packaged up into these huge yearly contracts with names like AI Nexus Intelligence. And obviously, you don't just, add this to a shopping cart and check out. The source material says that when a company is interested in this, it kicks off something called a consultation pipeline. That basically means it's a direct high-level sales process with the client.
And who are they trying to sell this to? I mean, who are the target clients? Well, the source documents actually name names. We're talking about the heavy hitters in the AI and Web3 world. Companies like OpenAI, Protocol Labs, DeepMind, and SingularityNet. So yeah, this isn't just some abstract idea. They have a very specific and very high-level customer in mind.
So what does this all add up to? When you step back and look at the big picture, you've got two completely different businesses, one for everyday people, one for tech giants, all running on the exact same automated engine. Let's try to figure out what this whole Gallithera platform really represents. And here's a crucial point from the source material. This whole thing is 100% operational. Right now. This is not a concept or a business plan on a whiteboard. The payment links are live, the AI agents are running, and the entire delivery system is humming along, for both the cheap stuff and the super expensive stuff. It is a fully built, ready-to-make-money system.
There's a quote in the briefing documents that just perfectly sums up the whole mission. It says, they've built a scalable, bulletproof infrastructure that handles everything from $27 purchases to $425K enterprise deals seamlessly. And that's really the magic trick here, isn't it? It's one single engine, one core system, built from the ground up to serve two markets that couldn't be more different. And that really brings us to the final, big question. What are we actually looking at here with Gallithera? You've got this combination of total, hands-off automation, you've got decentralized, permanent ownership for the customer, and it's all being used to sell everything from a self-help manual to, well, consciousness itself. It really makes you wonder, right? Could this be a sneak peek at the future of how we buy and sell things online? A really fascinating thought to leave you with. Thanks for joining me.